In part 1, we saw the beginning, the first tremors, the first roar. But now in part 2, we discover the real horror. The most dangerous predators were never the biggest. They were the smartest. They hunted in packs, coordinated, patient, and merciless. They didn't attack blindly. They studied us. They surrounded us. They waited for the perfect moment. After the first tremors and the first roar we saw in part 1, night became humanity's greatest enemy. In complete darkness, humans were blind and helpless, while the ancient hunters could see every movement, every breath, every heartbeat. After the first tremors and the first terrifying roar, civilization began to crumble at an unimaginable speed. The power grids that once lit up entire continents failed one by one. Governments that ruled millions collapsed within days. Communication networks went silent. The modern world we spent centuries building, skyscrapers, technology, laws, and order, was disappearing faster than anyone could have predicted. Humanity watched helplessly as everything they believed was permanent turned to dust in front of their eyes. Then came the stampede, one of the most destructive forces humanity had ever witnessed. When thousands of massive dinosaurs ran together through the cities, it didn't feel like animals moving. It felt like the Earth itself had decided to wipe out everything we had built. The ground shook violently with every step. Buildings that once symbolized human power were crushed like fragile toys. The sound was deafening, a constant thunder that never seemed to end. Progress, technology, and modern life died overnight. We went back to living in caves and around small fires, not because we wanted to return to the past, but because it was the only place left where we had any chance of surviving the long, terrifying nights. The once proud rulers of the planet were now hiding in holes in the ground, whispering in fear, praying that the giants outside would not find them. Parents no longer told their children stories about heroes or dreams. They taught them one terrifying rule that kept them alive. Silence is life. One scream, one cry, one loud word could bring death from the darkness. Children learned to fear their own voice before they learned to walk. The dinosaurs were not the only threat. In the struggle for survival, some humans became more dangerous than the beasts themselves. They fought over food, shelter, and the last safe places. Trust became a luxury no one could afford. They didn't just pass through our cities. The giant creatures began building nests on top of our ruined skyscrapers and inside our abandoned homes. They were raising their young where we once raised our children. The planet was no longer ours. One final radio broadcast echoed through the ruins before everything went silent. A desperate voice said, "If anyone is still alive, we are no longer the rulers of this planet. Run, hide, survive." Then nothing but static. The first tremors showed us the beginning. The hunt showed us how fast we fell. The world we knew is gone. And as the last survivors hide in the darkness, one question remains. How long can humanity survive when it is no longer at the top?